Today we are going to go over MyFitnessPal. This is the most dreaded thing in fitness, right? How to track your food. But I'm going to show you today that it's very simple and it's not going to take that much time out of your day to do. All right, guys, so I just threw in some Quaker oats, some low sugar oats. I actually love these. If you guys haven't tried them, you should give them a go. They're only 120 calories. They're in the microwave right now. So I'm going to pop those out. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan in my oats. It's a pretty straightforward process. You just find the barcode, you go to your diary, in your food diary, and then you scroll down to, let's call this dinner, right, for today, because it's the evening right now. I'm gonna scan in the Quaker oats. They popped right up. You're gonna wanna double check every once in a while. You get a weird scan, and it shows that like, oh, it's the calories are 10 up or 10 down. So just make sure that the calories are correct, all right? And then in addition to that, protein bar right here. So same idea. Boom, scan it in, money, okay? So you add that to your log for the day. Now those are like the most simple things, the things that you can just scan in. But I'm gonna show you how to weigh food too. So right here we have a food scale, okay? I'm going to put some peanut butter into my oats. And what I'm gonna do, because I wanna keep my fats a little bit lower, and nut butter is very high in fat. This is one of those things that's really easy to mistrack, and this is why we weigh things. Because the difference between one serving of peanut butter or a half serving of peanut butter and 2 or 3 servings of peanut butter is not that great, okay? It's very calorically dense. So we put on the food scale, we zero it out. I'm gonna grab a spoon real quick. Zero it out, and then you look at the back, okay? So the serving size is done in tablespoons, but if you wanna be more specific, you use the thing right next to it, which is the grams, okay? So I'm gonna weigh this peanut butter out in grams. I find the gram reading on the scale, and then what I'm going to do, because you can either add to the scale or you can subtract from the scale. In this case, we're going to subtract. So, got the grams up. I want 16 grams. It's about 19, so we got to put some peanut butter back, unfortunately. 17 grams, I'm going to call that half, okay? Then we're going to add this to my oatmeal. Now, reason with something like peanut butter we actually subtract it is because it's going to be much harder if you're adding it into your food, or maybe you use a spoon and half of it got into your food and the other half you just lick off the spoon. It's just a little bit more precise to do it that way, okay? All right. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to scan in the peanut butter. You just want to make sure that the brand is correct. You can also look it up on the search engine, but let's make it quicker, right? Let's just scan it in. 2 tablespoons is a serving. I did 16 grams, which is half of the serving recommended, so 0.5. I'm gonna add that right on in there. Okay. Now we're gonna show you what it looks like to add something to the food scale. So I'm gonna do a banana. A banana as well, we're gonna do in grams. Grams is one of those smaller metrics. It's gonna be more precise. So if you really wanna be spot on, if you're doing rice, if you're doing nuts, if you're doing butter, grams is a good route to go. If you're doing something like chicken or beef or fish, or maybe potatoes, you can use ounces. And then all you would do is you would just look it up on the search engine, on MyFitnessPal. I'm telling you, this app is so easy to use. It's gonna make your life and your tracking life with your food so much more simple. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of banana to it. I'm not gonna use this whole banana. I would say this is about a medium-sized banana, which I think is about 120 grams, okay? So we're gonna do about half of it. We'll see if I'm right. So we'll chop it up. Now we are adding, right? So we're gonna see it go up instead of going minus on the scale. Still in grams right here. Boom, let's get it. Alrighty. So 37 grams of banana. So what I would do then is I'm going to search, because we don't have a barcode on the banana, I'm going to search it up. So look, let's go dinner, banana. Boom, okay. So the serving size right here is let me see. Yeah, the serving size for one medium banana is 126 grams. I got about 40 grams on there, which is about 1/3. So for my number of servings, I'm gonna put 0.33, okay? Guys, it's not about being perfect. It's about knowing what ballpark you're landing in. And if you're always guessing, you're never gonna have your diet completely dialed, or you're gonna be frustrated because you're gonna be trying to lose weight. You're gonna be saying, oh, I'm trying to track, or I track this, but if you're not weighing things out, you're never going to be as specific and dialed as you need to be. And most people, like, let's be honest, if we're on a weight loss journey, we need those checks and balances in our life to make sure we are aligning with our goal. So it's a small step. It's maybe gonna add 5 to 10 minutes to your day and to your meal making process, but it's going to make a massive difference in the long run. So I wanna talk real quick before we cut this video. I wanna talk a little bit about restaurants, okay? Restaurants are in the business of making food taste good. So they're probably going to be the least trustworthy in terms of the calories that you see on the menu, if they even put the calories on the menu. So there's this place up the street called Siena Gave's. Me and my wife, we love to go there, and I like to get the fajitas. However, they don't have any of their meals on MyFitnessPal. So what you can do is you can look up a comparable meal, a comparable restaurant, and then you can add that in. So let's do this. Let's look up your best off with like bigger franchises. So I'm gonna look up Chili's steak fajitas. Steak fajitas. Okay. So here we go. Lunch fajitas without the tortillas, right there, Chili's. Boom. I'm gonna add that in. That actually looks really low, so no, this looks more like it. Steak fajitas with condiments and corn tortillas at Chili's. Okay, 900 calories. That looks about right. When you go out to eat, I would recommend saving some calories for later on in the day. Say you're gonna go have a dinner. You can save calories to make sure that you have a buffer for those higher fat meals that you're gonna get when you go out. And the one last note on that, when you're tracking through a restaurant, you wanna try to overestimate. Don't go look up steak fajitas, find the one that says 150 calories from some restaurant, be like, oh wow, it was only 150 calories. No, you gotta be honest with it. I would actually recommend over tracking. What that does is, and just in general, over track, okay? Overestimate, don't underestimate what you're doing, because if you're trying to lose weight and you keep underestimating, you keep doing these little like micro, you're not being honest with yourself, those calories add up over time. So I'm about to munch this because these oats are getting cold and they look really good. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. Use MyFitnessPal. It's a great resource for you, and we'll catch you in the next video. Take care.